New at 11.
Tornado emergency. Multiple twisters slam Oklahoma.
All eyes on a dangerous front out west. I'm tracking when storms could develop for your weekend.
High-tech crime alert.
How CMPD is using Twitter to target scam artists before they target your neighborhood.
Close call. An asteroid a mile wide and zooming past our planet tonight.
If something this size should hit the Earth, it would be a global catastrophe.
They're not as bright as they think they are.
Con artists preying on high school grads. Tonight, the warning signs parents need to look for.
This WBTV high-definition program is sponsored by Honda Dealers of the Carolinas. WBTV on your side with breaking news now.
That breaking news is in Gastonia, where 2 people have been shot and killed. Police are there on the scene, and we have new details for you. Good evening and welcome. I'm Molly Grantham. Paul is off. This is happening right now on Tittman Road on the southeast side of Gastonia near the Piedmont Community Charter School Secondary Campus. Brigida Mack is live on this breaking news. Brigida, I understand you just talked with the police captain and got new information. What's he saying?
Yeah, Captain Steve Duncan is in charge of this scene out here, and he told me that they have identified the victims, 2 males, but they are not yet ready to release their names because they're still notifying family members. I'm going to get out of the way and show you this is still very much an active scene. Police called out here to Tittman Road just about 7:17 this evening. Actually, a passerby was headed down this road when he saw a car partially in the roadway. We'll show you some video we also shot tonight. Anyway, this passerby thought he was coming up on a traffic accident, and turns out he walked up to that car and noticed that there were 2 men inside who had been shot. Police say that there appear to be several shots fired. We know, though, that police are not looking for any suspects, so we want to put the community at ease. They believe they have the man responsible down at police headquarters right now being questioned. I know I said at 10 o'clock that they believe that the suspect and the victims knew one another. Now they're kind of backing off of that and saying they're not sure what the relationship is. But back out here live now. Again, 2 men found shot to death in a car here on Tittman Road. Police know their identities. They say they hope to release a full press release in the morning. For now, we're live in Gastonia. I'm Brigida Mack, WBTV on your side.
Thank you, Brigida. Now to the string of deadly tornadoes that tore across several western states tonight. On Power Doppler radar, you can see the front just stretches from Oklahoma City all the way to Chicago. And there are reports of major damage in the St. Louis area as well. These are live pictures now from St. Louis. There are reports of damage at Busch Stadium where Major League Baseball's Cardinals play. We've heard some people are hurt, although from pictures we saw earlier, it was hard to make out major damage. And video now from a Holiday Inn hotel in St. Louis. Reports are the storm hit here and several people were hurt. You can see all the law enforcement on scene. We are still gathering information. The first storms began west of Oklahoma City. This one formed in El Reno, Oklahoma, and then moved towards the metro area. Look at that sky. Look at that storm. Tornado sirens wailed again tonight in the town of Moore. That is the same place where 24 people were killed last week.
I don't want to go east yet. We're going to go into that tornado. I want to go south.
The storm crossed over I-40 tonight, and there are reports of cars being tossed like toys, and very sadly, a mother and her baby confirmed dead. You can see this long line of traffic backed up as the interstate was shut down. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol reports multiple injuries. A helicopter crew was flying over the storm when it happened.
I really can't tell you how big it is or how wide it is, but you can see the flower. We just lost power right there. You saw the lights go out.
That storm, to see that storm, you could see the lights flashing off there as the storm churned towards the city. Travelers in Oklahoma City's airport were ordered to emergency shelters and underground tunnels. Eric Thomas has been very busy. He has been in our first alert weather center, but you've been looking at these storms and tracking it throughout the night.
Let's have another look at it, Molly, and I have some new information for you as well. First of all, let's focus in on the Oklahoma area. That was a tornado watch earlier. They warned about the particularly dangerous situation, and that's exactly how it played out. You'll see more Oklahoma. They're still getting inundated with rain, and in fact, flooding has been a big issue as well. Now, Kelly Franson just tweeted this out. This from Norman, Oklahoma, National Weather Service. This is the preliminary tornado tracks we already have plotted for you. You see the first one on the left, just missing El Reno, rolling along Interstate 40. Second one, also crossing Interstate 40 and then Interstate 35. And that's precariously close to Moore, Oklahoma. You'll see just down there at the very bottom of your picture below where it says WeatherNet. And then a third tornado also very close to Moore, Oklahoma. So rough stuff. There's that cold front Charlotte, Molly. That is eventually going to break loose and come our way, and it looks like we'll be dealing with this before the weekend is over. We'll talk about that coming up in your First Alert forecast.
Okay, Eric, we're also seeing on Twitter right now that volunteers with Samaritan's Purse that are in Oklahoma to help the people of Moore are hunkered down right now in shelters. We, of course, will keep following it. Here's the information for the Red Cross. If you want to donate, again, we want to remind you the word Red Cross, you can text it to 90999. You get a $10 charge on your cell phone bill, and the money goes to help. Just in at 11 o'clock, surveillance pictures show the man who's breaking into cars in Harrisburg. Investigators say the man in this grainy black and white photo is smashing windows and taking stuff from cars. He's mainly targeting the neighborhood off Rocky River Road. Take another look at him. If you know who he is, call the Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office. Still no sight of this Charlotte woman missing since Monday. Holly Fisher was headed home to Charlotte after leaving Knoxville, Tennessee. Investigators say Fisher used her debit card at a gas station in Newport, Tennessee. Now, her friends tell us her cell phone pinged in Ashe County, North Carolina, where her family has property, but the phone now goes to voicemail. Police say they do not suspect foul play. Police are warning people about a scam artist targeting one Charlotte neighborhood, but it's the way they're warning these people that's getting attention. All new at 11 o'clock, Brigida Mack, before she went to breaking news, filed this story about a high-tech crime alert.
It's not unusual to see CMPD Lieutenant Christian Wagner glued to his smartphone. But it's what he's doing, tweeting, that may surprise you.
Well, I am new to Twitter, so I'm following in others' footsteps.
The admitted newbie joined the Twitterverse because he says that's the new way the department is fighting crime, by ramping up its social media presence.
I'm able to just send something out really brief, because apparently in Twitter, brief is better.
Like this tweet about possible scam artists saying they want to mow your lawn, but their real goal is to steal from you. Or this one sent out just Friday afternoon about a rash of car break-ins along Central Avenue.
We don't want a trend to become a trend. So if I see a break-in, like a shed break-in in an area, and maybe even another one nearby, I want to get that information out there.
Information Cassandra Scott would much rather get from her smartphone than the old way CMPD sent out crime alerts.
That would probably be more effective than them doing that little call that they used to do on the telephone that everybody already screens and nobody even picks up. I'm like, no.
What people do pick up on, especially the younger demographic, Twitter.
Anything that's happening in the local area, I'm concerned about.
Just ask Clay Cuppinger, a recent college grad.
Government's generally slow to react to these kinds of things, but I'm glad to see that they're doing that.
Brigida Mack, WBTV, on your side.
New at 11 o'clock, nearly 24 dogs seized from a suspected dogfighting ring in February could soon get new homes. Police took 27 pit bulls from a home in East Charlotte and arrested their owner. An animal rescue group is working to rehab the animals and says 23 of them may soon be up for adoption. Tonight, we're hearing from a Caldwell County man who authorities say tried to burn a car with 2 people inside.
Did you do what they say you did?
No, sir.
Did you not set the thing on fire? Set the car on fire?
No, sir. Once you find out about her shooting at me with a pistol, I mean.
Investigators arrested Wayne Burns this morning. They took him to jail. They say he dumped gasoline on this Ford Explorer Wednesday night, then set it on fire. The 2 people inside were able to escape. President Obama is coming to Charlotte. The White House says the president will visit the area on Thursday. The trip is part of his middle-class jobs and opportunity tour. The president was last in Charlotte back in September during the Democratic National Convention. In Washington, the president is urging Congress to prevent an increase in student loan rates. It is supposed to go into effect in July.
We're doing what we can, but here's the thing. If Congress doesn't act by July 1st, federal student loan rates are set to double. And that means that the average student with these loans will rack up an additional $1,000 in debt.
The White House proposes linking the student loan rates to financial markets. The Republican-controlled House passed a similar plan last week, but differences between the president's proposal and the House bill have prompted a White House veto threat. The Senate will vote on the student loan bill next week. Just in time for high school graduation, we've learned scam artists are preying on teens headed to college. The Better Business Bureau says the groups are cashing in on your desire to help your kids get into the best school. On Note 11 o'clock, we've uncovered the warning signs you really need to look out for. These high school seniors now have plenty of time for Frisbee since they just graduated.
I'm going to NC State next year. Just graduated Myers Park High School.
but they could also be the target of scam artists. You've heard of Who's Who directories. They list the best and brightest high schoolers. Charlotte's Better Business Bureau warns not all of these directories are legit.
If you're actually being honored by something, you're going to hear about it through your school guidance office, things like that. Anything that you have to pay for on the back end, you're going to want to stay away from.
Here's how it works. An email invitation is sent to millions of so-called candidates. If you respond, a telemarketer calls with the good news that you've been chosen for the list at no cost. But they add you will have to pay for a directory and a commemorative plaque. If you agree, the telemarketer will ask you to pay with a credit card over the phone. The Better Business Bureau says that can lead to unapproved charges and even identity theft, but it rarely helps you stand out to a college recruiter.
If you put that on your application to college, they're just going to go, really? You know, oh, well, you lost money, so let's cross them off because they're not as bright as they think they are.
These seniors say they will think twice before signing up for a Who's Who list.
No way. That's cheating, first of all, and it sounds like a scam.
The Better Business Bureau also told us even if you do pay, these directories are often never published, and the emails often contain links that lead to viruses. The best advice really is to just delete the email. A Charlotte bridge is making the state's worst bridge list for the first time. AAA of the Carolinas released its annual list today. The I-277 bridge over Clarkson Street just outside of Uptown came in at number 17 on the bad bridge list. We found several large cracks underneath the bridge today when we went to go check. AAA tells us none of the state's substandard bridges pose an immediate threat to drivers right now. The state attorney general says he will fight a rate hike approved for Duke Energy Progress. This hike includes only the customers of the former Progress Energy. The increase will cost the average home an extra $88 a year. It's set to go into effect Saturday. Attorney General Roy Cooper says it's unnecessary and he plans to take it to the state Supreme Court. Next, here at 11 o'clock, a huge asteroid passes by Earth. The celestial event putting on quite a show. Why scientists say this big space rock is a really unique event. Plus, the latest on a dangerous tornado outbreak that hit Oklahoma City tonight. You're watching WBTV, the best choice for news at 11 o'clock, and we're back right after this.